Welcome to Henderson, Nevada and Lee's Family Forum for the start of the 2026 Credit Union 1 Big West Basketball Championships. We begin things on the men's side with 5-seed UC San Diego facing 8th-seed Cal Poly. The Tritons are the defending Big West Conference champs. Quick look at the bracket. Irvine and Hawaii, they got double byes into Friday's semifinals. 4-seed CSUN awaits this winner. Later tonight, it is Davis and Santa Barbara as they meet in a 6-7 game. 6-7, 6-7, right, Richie? Welcome courtside here to Lee's Family Forum. As you see, the Credit Union 1, again, the basketball championships. You got Irvine and Hawaii awaiting in the semifinals on Friday. The 6-7 game coming up after this. Steve Quist, Richie Schuler. You know, you and I used to do the Chino Hills games when the Ball brothers were there, and we know LeVar Ball. And I want to say this about the defending champs in UC San Diego. On this field, I go all LeVar Ball on you. They've never lost in this building here at Lee's Family Forum, right?
Undefeated last year en route to the conference championship, but there's only one player left from that team on this year's squad. But don't discount Cal Poly. Cal Poly went 2-0 here as the 8th seed, got to the semifinals before they finally lost. They're comfortable in this building.
Let's introduce you to our players to watch, brought to you by EasyTaxReturn.com. Cal Poly's Hamad Musa is the league's top pro prospect.
Well, he's been awesome. 21 points per game in Big West play. That's good for one of the best teams in the country, best players as far as scoring in the country. He is a scorer, high percentage shots, 38% from three. He is a terrific player all the way around.
And on the flip side, UC San Diego features one of the most gifted freshmen to ever set foot on their La Jolla campus in Hudson Mays.
And Cal Poly's coach is just raving about him, thinks Hudson Mays is a pro prospect. That combo guard is a freshman, 6'5", honorable mention type player. He's a slasher, one of the best rebounding guards in the Big West. He's a guy that fills up the box score.
Before we tip, let's check in with the third member of our team. Chloe Clark begins our coverage.
Thanks, guys. UC San Diego is here to defend their title, and while Vegas isn't quite San Diego, the Tritons have no problem playing away from home. Their 12 road wins sit among the best in the country. As for Cal Poly, don't sleep on the number 8 seed. They rank top 10 nationally in three-pointers made, so perimeter shooting can play a major factor in tonight's matchup.
Thank you, Chloe. Time now for our starting lineups in this one as the two teams come to the center court and the Big West logo. And Eldre Carr, Bill Vinovich, Jeff Campbell will be our officiating crew. And Bol Denget in the center circle, along with Caden Ward. And we're going to re-jump this thing here at the start of the Big West Championships. And no, we're not. They're going to give this basketball to Cal Poly.
Okay.
And away we go here on the men's side, the 2026 Credit Union 1 Big West Basketball Championships. Cal Poly, you see their starting lineup as they get a bucket in the early going. They go into Austin Good. Mustangs second in scoring, Richie, in the Big West at 82.5 points per game.
Mustangs play positionless basketball. They're going to try to play an incredibly up-tempo type shots. Majority of their shots are either going to be three-pointers or at the rim.
And Tom Beatty turns things over for the defending champs, the UC San Diego Tritons. It's their first turnover of the game. They have had an issue of late with turnovers, but have been able to survive and have finished the regular season with 22 wins, 10 losses, 12-8 in the Big West Conference.
This half-court defense from UC San Diego is exactly how they want to play. You don't want to get Cal Poly in a track. They love to get up and down the floor. They want to get points in the masses.
This is Peter Bondel, guarded by Alex Chaikin. Back out to Caden Ward. 5 to shoot. Not even a minute into this one. Kick to the corner. Bondel sets his feet and will come up short. And rebounded by Chaikin. Cal Poly led by Musa. And led the Big West in scoring. 20.4 this season. The good complimentary pieces. Ward. There's the Triton starting 5. They won 12 conference games with this group, but they really hit their stride once Hudson Mays entered the starting lineup 9 games ago. Foul on Guzman Vasilich on the defensive end for the Mustangs.
Well, Coach Clint Allard for UC San Diego talked about needing to get their offense going, getting some shots to drop, something that's been a struggle a little bit as of late. But like you said, this program is comfortable in this arena.
Deep three by Chaikin. Chaikin is so comfortable making threes against Cal Poly. He's had a pair of 17-point games against the Mustangs. He's now made 10 of 21 threes in 2+ meetings against the Mustangs.
Fantastic.
He has the Tritons on the board here. Vondel passes it out. Firing it up is Vasilic, sophomore from Uruguay, who averages just over 7 points per game.
You know, you look at this Cal Poly roster, just one senior on the team. You wonder, are there some nerves here? They know the success this team had here last year, but a lot of new faces and a lot of young guys.
They get a second takeaway. This one is steal. They've been very good when it comes to steals. And there's a reach in on Hudson Mays. Hudson Mays has had an issue of late with fouls, and he'll pick up his first here. Mike DeGeorge in year number 2, and he led Cal Poly to back-to-back Big West Championship appearances. You know, a year ago, he was a finalist for the Joe B. Hall Award, which goes to the top first-year coach in Division I. He didn't get it, but, man, they made a run all the way to the semifinals. They won 2 games here in Henderson.
Well, ironically, UC San Diego's head coach is now a finalist for the Joe B. Hall Award.
In the corner, they swing it. The three is long. That one taken by Good, the freshman from Canada. And on the run out, Beatty, and Beatty gets it to go on the other end. Tom Beatty, a transfer from Hawaii, transfer within the Big West. He was a co-captain for the Rainbow Warriors last year. Ward straight away misses. And rebounded by Hudson Mays, who's a terrific rebounding guard. Gets almost 6 of those a game, Rich.
Well, they have to win the boards, UC San Diego. Like you said, it's been some areas that have been areas of concern for them. Cal Poly's going to get a lot of possessions. You can't give them second chances. And the way they can get their break going is to own the boards on the defensive end.
Offensive rebound by the Tritons. Bold Dangdet will turn it over. And 3 early turnovers for UC San Diego. As mentioned, it has plagued them as they've gotten later in the season. And on the drive, Vasilic.
Good ball movement. I love it.
Here's Musa. They call him Moose. Looking for the assist. And Vasilic misses it. Cal Poly will make a lot of threes. They're just not one of the great shooting three-point teams. There's Clint Allard, as you mentioned, in his first season. You talked about him, the finalist for that award that Mike DeGeorge was a finalist for. 22-win campaign, succeeding his former boss, Eric Olin, who left for New Mexico after last year's 30-win season. Foul was on Austin Good, and Eric Olin's right down the street getting ready for New Mexico's first game of the Mountain West Conference. He may even be in the building tonight.
Clint Allard played for Eric Olin, as you mentioned, who had that great season as head coach, spent 11 years as his associate head coach underneath him.
It was an easy call once Eric Olin took off for New Mexico. Earl Edwards, the athletic director, made one phone call right to Clint Allard. Said, you're the guy, you're moving 18 inches over. Probing the defense was Mays. He also is really good at drawing fouls. And he'll draw one there, and that's going against Jake Davis, the junior from Walnut Creek. Time for Richie's keys to the game.
Well, you know, we talked a little bit about Cal Poly, how they like to play up and down. They're one of the fastest teams in pace nationwide, so tempo control really favors them. Nobody's comfortable playing at the pace that they play. And then ball control. They play a lot of possessions. They're not great at taking care of the basketball. More turnovers on the season than there are assists, so it's something that is a cause for concern for Mike DeGeorge and the Mustangs.
4th turnover already for UC San Diego here in the early going. They've got a 5-2 advantage. And your keys for a Triton victory to get them to the quarterfinals.
Well, because Cal Poly is so fast, you have to think transition defense is critical for them. They have to get back on defense and not allow Cal Poly to get the easy buckets, as we see a 3-point shot from Mosley. But then also for UC San Diego, you know, you look at conference play, they're only a half-game rebound better than their opponents in Big West play. That's not a big gap. Owning the boards is going to be huge.
Leo Beef, a Division II transfer from Lynn University, misses that 3. Troy Plumtree off the bench, a freshman from New Zealand. 8 international players for Cal Poly. And Musa going to work, Chaikin guarding him. And here's Mosley again, and this time he'll miss. And Beef has it. Beef, he's got a man open, and Prosper loves to drive, and he missed the shot.
Missed opportunity.
Yep. And now a power play as Prosper falls down. Mosley with those specs. They're cool looking specs, huh?
Are, man. Style. They're coming back. It's coming back. See how Cal Poly likes to spread the floor. They go 5 out. There's not anybody inside the 3 unless you're cutting through. Drive, try to get a shot, kick for a 3 if you don't.
Davis with 5 to shoot. A little crossover on Beath into the lane. The up and under scoop shot is good. Oh, he earned those 2 points right there. Jake Davis, who averages 5.5 points per game. Cal Poly with a 2-point advantage. These two teams split the season series, each winning on their home floor. This is the 3rd meeting. And a timeout on the floor. This is the under 16 timeout. Comes with 14:34 to go in the first half of play. The Mustangs, the 8th seed, with a 2-point lead over UC San Diego. Brought to you by Credit Union One, the official banking partner of the Big West. Discover better banking for all. Easy tax return. Make tax season a slam dunk. V-Venue. Make the most of your ticketing. The Hawaiian Islands, the official sponsor of the 2026 Big West Men's Volleyball Championship. SoldOut.com, official ticket resale partner of the Big West. Welcome back inside Lee's Family Forum in Henderson, Nevada, where this team has never lost, as we mentioned. Steve Quiss, Richie Schuler, Chloe Clark with us as well. Talking about the fact that they won 3 games on this floor, make it 2 games on this floor last year en route to going out of the NCAA tournament. They also beat Tulane in this building in a non-conference game back in December. And then the women had to do it the hard way. The Triton women won 4 straight. So the whole program is a perfect 7-0 on this floor.
7-0.
Now, the reason why is last year was the first year they were eligible to play in the Big West postseason tournament. Jaden Vance is in now along with Aiden Burke. Vance, a fabulous freshman. Just like Hudson May. 6 to shoot. Beatty drives on Mosley. Beatty stops and pops and missed it. Rebounded by Ward, who's 9th in the conference in rebounding at 6.3 a game. He's also 10th in scoring at almost 15. He goes to work here on Burke, and a travel will be called. And that happens to be the first turnover of the game for Cal Poly. It took them almost a full 6 minutes, Richie.
Yeah, it did. And here's the thing about Cal Poly. I mean, they do have a 2-point lead right now. You mentioned they're not a great 3-point shooting team. They're about average, but they make 11 threes per game.
Yep.
Or they make 11 threes per game. They're 1 of 7 right now. So just imagine if they made 2 or 3 more of those, this lead would be a lot bigger.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. They lead the conference in threes made at 11, but they shoot a ton of them. So percentage-wise, you know, is not always great. Here's Vance, who's been hot from 3 of late. He'll miss left of the rim. Prosper has it, and Prosper lost it out of bounds. And that is a 5th turnover for UC San Diego. The thing is with the Tritons, though, a couple of times, I think it's been 3 times maybe this season, they've had more than 20 turnovers in the game, and they've won like 2 of the 3 times they've done that.
Right. You see the foul there by Prosper. You know, those are the fouls that you can live with if you're coaching staff. You know what I mean? You see San Diego's Clint Allard. Yeah, you don't want your guy to get in foul trouble, but man, he's going after a rebound. There's nothing tougher you can do in basketball than chasing a rebound.
Bondel swings it over to Vasilich from Uruguay. Advanced defend, but a terrific crossover by Good. Good, very good with that crossover at 6'7". He's open in the corner if Bondel wants to find it. Bondel down to a knee, launching his Ward, and it nicked iron, and that's going to be a shot clock violation.
That's excellent defense by UC San Diego. Cal Poly does a great job of moving the ball around the perimeter, but they never get it inside the perimeter. And UC San Diego keep pushing them outside the arc, make them take contested three-point shots, because when Cal Poly's at their best, they're spreading the floor, they're getting into the paint, they're getting fouls to the basket, they're getting layups to the basket, and if they get cut off, they're kicking out for those open threes. UC San Diego just has to keep them in front and don't allow them inside the three-point arc.
Back-to-back turnovers now for Cal Poly. Mays got some penetration. Dingdit will shoot it from out there if you give him a little bit of room. Vance looking inside. Here's Mays. He's a slasher, and he pulls up, and when he gets to that apex at the free throw line, he hardly misses.
And look at him. He does not look like a freshman. He's got a mature basketball frame. He knows how to play in there. Look at that. Little hesitation.
Bondel with the basket and the foul. And that's going on Aiden Burke, the only rotation player to return from last year's 30-5 season for the Tritons. Everybody else either graduated and is playing professionally somewhere, or they went into the portal and went to New Mexico. Here's Bondel, and that's a rare miss for a Cal Poly team that's very good at the free throw line. They lead the Big West at the free throw line, make almost 79% of their shots.
One of the best in the nation.
2-point lead for the Mustangs. Burke drives baseline. Mays swings it to the corner. And Vance, and it's going to stick with the Tritons.
Both teams very lucky, doing such a good job of moving the ball around the perimeter. And both these teams playing well. UC San Diego's won 6 of their last 7 games, coming into the tournament hot. Cal Poly not far behind. They've won 5 of 7, coming into the tournament feeling pretty good about themselves.
Well, one could make an argument that everybody 1 through 8 has a chance to win this thing, because everybody this season has had a hot streak that they can, you know, put the feather in their cap on. Here's Dingdit with 1 to go. The turnaround is no good. And Cal Poly's Austin Good as the rebound. Check it, that's Ali Azran, the freshman from Egypt. Cal Poly had a streak of 4 wins in a row, impressive. As that 3 is good. That is Guzman Vasilich. That makes it a 12-7 advantage.
You had mentioned how you thought any of the 8 teams could win this thing. I was blown away looking at the standings, preparing for the tournament, looking at the seedings. Cal State Fullerton is a 3 seed, and their record is 12-8.
And there's a 3. Caden Ward. Big West honorable mention, man. He had 3 really good Big West tournament games last year for the Mustangs to get him into the semifinals. And we're going to have a turnover on UC San Diego. We're going to have an illegal screen, Bol Dengdad. And that goes as yet another turnover, the 6th for the Tritons in the first half. We go to the break. Cal Poly an 8-point advantage over the 5 seed UC San Diego from Henderson.
What is the Big West? The Big West is where the Aloha spirit meets California cool. It's a place of unlimited opportunity on the court, in the classroom, and in the community. We're built different in the Big West. We find a way to win with hustle, heart, and hard work. What is the Big West? It's the place where dreams come true. The Big West. Only the bold.
Credit Union One Free Checking has everything you need to bank on the go, make deposits and more with our highly rated mobile app. And get your direct deposit up to 2 days sooner with CU1 Early Pay. Open your account in minutes at creditunion1.org.
Introducing CU1 High Yield Checking, the account that rewards you for everyday banking. Earn up to 5.25% APY when you make qualifying transactions each month. No minimum or opening balance required. Get started at cu1.com/high yield checking.
America's best play in the Big West. The Hawaiian Islands presents the 2026 Outrigger Big West Men's Volleyball Championship, April 23rd through 25th at the Brent Event Center at UC Irvine. The nation's premier programs battle for a conference crown and a chance to be the next Big West national champion. The Hawaiian Islands presents the 2026 Outrigger Big West Men's Volleyball Championship. Tickets are on sale now.
Back in Henderson, we were starting this discussion before we went to the break about how you could make an argument for each one of these teams 1 through 8 winning it, getting the automatic berth. And we talked about Cal Poly. They had an impressive 4-game win streak in February where they beat Irvine, who won the regular season championship. They beat UCSB. They won at Hawaii, one of only 3 teams to win at Hawaii this year, and they also beat Long Beach State in that win. Meantime, for the Tritons, the last 7 games, they've been 6-1, and that coincides with has it. UCSD started by making their first 2 shots of the game. They've been 4 of 11 since. Harassing defense is going to force a turnover. Beath has it into the front court. Beath glides in the floater. No. Tried to rebound his own miss.
Wide open.
And in transition, Bondel will lay it in. The assist, Austin Good.
That shows you how fast they get up and down the floor. 4 seconds went off the shot clock when Bondel was releasing that shot.
10-0 run now for Cal Poly. They've got a 10-point advantage. And a foul. They're going to get Guzman Vasilic.
This Big West Conference tournament, since 2014, 8 different Big West schools have come home with the title. Anybody can win. What I was trying to say earlier is the 3rd seed is a 12-8 record. Cal State Fullerton loses 2 of those games. They're a 500 team. Yet here they are at the 3rd seed because so many teams are bunched together.
Leo Beath bumps his defender and shoots it and makes it over Austin Good. Leo Beath, Division II transfer from Lynn University from Malibu, California, Oak Park High School. Redshirt junior. Musa on the other end.
Nice pass.
Yep, leaves it right underneath for Caden Ward.
Cal Poly, they do a great job. They're unselfish. They drive, they kick, they dump, they find creative passes to their teammates under the basket like that one.
He's got 6 assists already, Richie, on 8 made field goals. Back to a 10-point advantage. Dinged it to a cutting Beatty. Beatty with a floater, and it's good. Tom Beatty averages almost 10 points per game.
It's high IQ basketball by Beatty moving off the ball, knowing when his teammate's in need. Perfect timing on that cut.
Cal Poly's made their last 5 shots. That streak ends there, and a foul, and they're going to get Ward a push on Hudson Mays. That'll be the 6th team foul on Cal Poly.
Here's what I'm talking about right here. Look, teammate right here, stuck, doesn't know where to go. Beatty, so smart, knowing the moment, seeing that Dengdit needs some help and finds the perfect time to cut, wide open for the pass and finish.
Hudson Mays. Hudson Mays gets to where he likes to score from. Hudson Mays can't finish in the low post. Outlet comes, they push it, everybody can drive the ball, they are dangerous. Ward kicked to the corner, and Mays almost had the steal. And it's sticking with Cal Poly. Mustangs 14 10-18 in Michael George's second year. 10-10 in the Big West, 8th place. They were the first team to get a seeding here in the Big West. 1 through 7 wasn't decided until the last day of the regular season. That's how competitive it was this year. Here's Bondel. Boston good. Back to Musa. Musa drives. The floater is good. The leading scorer in the conference makes his first field goal. Tritons have limited him now to 1 field goal in about the first 11 minutes. Here's Beath, a 3, no. And rebounded by Musa, who'll get a little over 6 a game.
He's got that 6'8" frame. Look at that pass.
Ball loose, and it's going to be UC San Diego basketball.
Well, obviously that pass was a turnover, but I love how Cal Poly, they drive, they get into the paint. If they get cut off, they're looking for a teammate who's right around the basket, oftentimes backdooring from the corner towards the basket, and they're able to dump it down with a little chest pass or a bounce pass.
Here's Chaikin, the top 3-point shooter in the conference. He's made one, now he's missed one. Seen a lot of face guarding this season. Bondel, and Bondel misses front iron. And Beats got the rebound. And here's Vance, and that's last touch by Jake Davis out of bounds. It'll stick with UC San Diego. Jaden Vance had his first buzzer beater, was on Saturday at Santa Barbara at the Thunderdome. Tritons gave up the lead on one end offensively and then just decided to inbound it. He was on the receiving end of a Tom Beatty pass.
You know, we talk a lot about Cal Poly's pace and how they're one of the fastest teams in the country as far as pace of play, but you look at UC San Diego, I mean, they score 75 points a game. I mean, this is a team that I think is very comfortable in getting up and down, not just playing a half-court style.
Very good defensively, second behind only Hawaii in points allowed. Second behind Irvine, rather, beg your pardon. Here's Chaikin, little bounce pass to a cutting Beatty.
Nice.
Oh, what an assist by Chaikin. What a bucket by Tom Beatty.
Poly going to spread the floor. Is that 5 out? Look at this. And a good move.
And a reach in by Prosper as Musa found a path to the basket.
And Musa gets to the foul line a lot.
Yep. They're a very good free throw shooting team as well. Let's revisit this assist. Chaikin inside to Beatty for the bucket. And with 7:36 to go in the first half of play, Cal Poly's lead over the 5th seed UC San Diego is 21-13. knock off Irvine. You think back to the Long Beach State one, right, a couple of years ago, and you have an outgoing coach who's already been told,
Right, yes.
and wants it, and then he wins it, and they go to the NCAA tournament only to lose to Arizona in Utah, Salt Lake City in the first round. And then Santa Barbara. Dedrick Taylor, who's the coach of the year in the conference, he's on there not once but twice in 2019, 2022.
But one of the best stories one of the best stories in Big West history is not on there, and that was 2013-14 when Cal Poly, the team in green we're seeing right now, was the #7 seed and upset 3 teams en route to the Big West Conference Championship and made their way into the big dance. That was a lot of fun to watch.
Got to the semifinals last year as the 8th seed. Quick inbound to Musa, good high arc, but he missed it, rebounded by Prosper. Prosper's a very good rebounder out of that guard spot and a good passer as well. Vance, and Vance, will he turn it over? No. Prosper saved it, but it's going to be an over in the back anyway. So the backcourt violation results in another turnover for the Tritons. That officially is going to be their 6th now.
And that's really good half-court pressure by Cal Poly, right? UC San Diego's trying to get inside the paint. You got hands everywhere. It's Musa, who we talk so much about his offensive prowess. He's a scorer at 21 points a game in Big West play. But he got the deflection and ultimately helped force that turnover. 6'8" length does so much for him on both ends of the floor.
Cal Poly's been up as many as 10, 5 to shoot, 7 to go. Bondel over Chaikin, missed it, and that one knocked away. And see, the officials are going to say it's going to be Triton basketball. Again, Bill Vinovich, Deldre Carr, Jeff Campbell, our crew. Bill Vinovich has done a handful of UC San Diego games this season, whether it's been at home or on the road, where Chloe was telling you this team has 12 wins away from their home court, Lion Tree Arena. That is the most in the Big West.
Is that right? Well, here's the thing about UC San Diego. Like, they're running good offense, they're doing some good things, but they're 1 of 6 from 3. That's affecting them. There's 35% overall from the field.
San Luis Obispo is challenging the out-of-bounds call.
All right, so the out-of-bounds call being challenged here. The call was that it's Triton basketball.
What do we got here?
Let's see.
I think that's off UC San Diego.
I think that went off of Prosper.
I think, well, we'll see. I mean, if we could run that back again, I mean, it looked like
the official said it was off Austin Good, number 11. But
I thought it went off of Dengdit. I thought it was being look at Dengdit. He's the man in white. Well, you're right. I think it last probably did touch Austin Good. I think Dengdit knocked it out out of between his arms.
Yeah, that's Prosper there.
Well, either way,
Prosper,
I think 11 in green, Austin Good was the last one to touch it.
We'll see. So this is Cal Poly's coach's challenge. Now the rule is if you win this one, you get a second one, but you have to have a timeout to use them. So this will cost Cal Poly their use it or lose a timeout.
The call on the floor stands.
Yes. Bill Vinovich, who did all those Super Bowls.
Yes.
San Luis Obispo is charged a timeout and their challenge.
If I remember correctly, Bill Vinovich has been an NFL referee for 4 Super Bowls.
Well, I think he made a good call there. I think it did last touch Austin Good.
So Cal Poly's out of challenges. They had to use a timeout. It'll be Triton basketball here, trailing by 8. Turnovers have plagued them. Only shooting 35% as well. Prosper was scoreless in his first meeting with Cal Poly. They completely shut off his ability to drive at the Mott Athletic Center. Mays going to drive on Musa. There's your 2 best pro prospects. And look at Hudson Mays, man.
That's pretty dynamic footwork. Gets in the paint, knows how to utilize his pivot foot. Again, he doesn't look like a 19-year-old freshman out there.
He's only made 2 field goals, but both have been in the lane, and both have been pretty spectacular. He averages 10.5 points per game in his freshman season. And there's a drive by Mosley around a very good defender in Vance. Jackson Mosley, junior from La Cañada.
Cal Poly sprays that ball around the perimeter and they catch it. They drive downhill. First thing you're looking for is a layup to the basket.
Oh,
nice.
Wow. Chaikin inside to Prosper and a foul on Ward. It's a Cal Poly team that's last in blocks in the conference at 2.28 a game. And that one, they didn't get ball on that. That's the second now on Caden Ward. So Mike DeGeorge has 2 guys in foul trouble now, 2 starters. Vasilich has 2, and now Caden Ward joining him.
Caden Ward, sophomore this year. Talked about now he's got a second foul. He was supposed to redshirt last year as a freshman. Had to throw him in the lineup early. And he ended up averaging double figures for 10, 11 games throughout the course of the year. Got a lot of experience on a freshman team that went to the conference semifinals a year ago.
Emmanuel Prosper now. Missed most of February with a lower leg injury. He was a starter for much of the season. And then when he went down with that lower leg injury on January the 31st, in comes Hudson Mays. Here's Musa. Musa drives. Musa missed it. Tip won't go. And it's going to be Triton basketball. Man, they attack, don't they?
They do. They do a great job moving around. Again, they call it positionless basketball. A lot of drives into the paint from the top of the key. Cal Poly wants to shoot a ton of threes. They want the majority of their shots at the rim or behind the 3, and it's fast-paced. And it's a fun brand of basketball to watch.
6-point advantage. Here's Chaikin being guarded by Austin Good. Mays has it. Mays drives, and he missed it.
Got to finish that with his left hand. Left hand, that would have been a layup.
Here's Mosley. Mosley will attack to a cutting Musa who missed it. And Beatty says, I'll take that. Beatty leads the break back the other way. Little Euro step through, and down goes the floater for Tom Beatty.
Watch out, UC San Diego knocking on the door.
It's a 4-point game, and driving through the defense on the baseline is Austin Good, the freshman from Canada.
You're playing a team like Cal Poly that spreads the floor, or a Cal State Fullerton that love to just go and drive. You got to do everything you can to keep them from penetration, and then you have to have an insurance policy. There has to be a secondary help defender to help if you get beat off the bounce, so you can't get all the way inside the paint.
Going to be a foul on Emmanuel Prosper. Six-point lead for Cal Poly. Cal Poly's led for 11 minutes of this first half. Tritons have only been in the lead for 2:36. Mustangs made the Big West semifinals a year ago, lost to Irvine as the 8th seed. They've scored 100 or more points 4 times this season. And yet this Tritons team held them to 67 in a loss and 64 in a win. Musa misses and rebounded by Osron. Pass goes out, Vasilich, and he drains the triple right wing.
So anytime you're in transition and the defense isn't set, or as an offensive rebound and the kick out and the defense isn't set, you get a lot of wide open looks that way.
They made 4 of 16 threes. Lead stretched back out to 9. It's been as big as 10 for Cal Poly. Here's Dingdit. Dingdit spins. Musa guarding him in the low post. Dingdit tried to bank it off the window, and he'll get his own offensive rebound. Beatty back out. Dingdit puts it on the floor, spins. He's got some guard skills at times, and Musa's got another rebound. Inside the break zone, here's Mosley. He jacks up a deep 3 and misses. Mays with the rebound.
You play this Cal Poly team, it's
Hudson Mays, and he'll go to the free throw line. He's been really good at that of late. In February and early March, and getting himself to the free throw line sometimes as many as 9-10 times a game. Breaking the action, 3:24 to go. First half of play. Cal Poly leading UC San Diego 28-19.
At Cal Poly, we've been putting knowledge into action for more than a century. We call it Learn by Doing, and we know it's the best way to make sure our students are ready for whatever comes next. Our world needs us to help build a brighter future, and we know that if we want to make an impact tomorrow, we have to put in the work today. Because it's one thing to be ready one day, but at Cal Poly, we'd rather be ready day one.
Clutch Seats. Get in on the action. Don't miss the save. Scoring tickets has never been easier. Get your tickets now at soldout.com. Soldout.com is a proud partner of the Big West.
It all comes down to this. Be there at Cicerone Field at Anteater Ballpark on the campus of UC Irvine for the 2026 Big West Baseball Championship. Catch every pulse-pounding inning May 20th through the 24th when the Big West best battle for a conference crowd and an automatic berth in the NCAA Championship. For more information, go to bigwest.org/tickets. The 2026 Big West Baseball Championship. The road to Omaha starts here. Back inside Lee's Family Forum, Big West Championship opening round, and you got two really good pro prospect players, Ahmad Musa being one who was at Dayton last year and has transferred in for his sophomore year.
Here's the thing about Musa. Last year at Dayton, as a freshman, in 20 games, he scored 26 points total. Now he averages 21 points a game.
Well, and he also had a 26-point game against UCSD on New Year's Day. So put that in perspective. In one game, over 40 minutes against the Tritons, he scored as many points as he had all of last year when he was a Dayton Flyer. And he made first team Big West. And he's one of only two players from Qatar playing in Division I basketball this season. Here's Hudson Mays to the line. Now, of concern here for Cal Poly is the fact that Guzman Vasilic just picked up his third personal foul, Richie.
Yeah.
To send Mays to the line.
I don't think we'll see him much the rest of this half. But 10 assists, 4 turnovers for Cal Poly. That has been something of note. UC San Diego, 6 turnovers, only 4 assists. So it's something they've got to do a better job of is ball control.
Very unlike Hudson Mays to miss two. He's an 83% free throw shooter there. And I leave it short as well. Tritons, they go down as many as 11 now. Chaikin thought he had a block. Instead, they'll call a foul. I think they're going to get Boldengit, perhaps.
They put so much pressure on you. When you play a team like Cal Poly, you have to play with your feet. You have to have help side rotations. You have to do everything you can not to allow them to drive inside the arc, particularly middle. If you're one of those coaches like myself, if you're going to let them drive anywhere, let them drive baseline, because that's where the defense help side is.
That's the second on Boldengit. Musa's stay on the bench was ephemeral. He's short-lived. I know you're in Evansville Otter. I teach you those big words.
Evansville Otter. That's a baseball team.
That's a baseball team.
Evansville Purple Aces, my friend.
Wow, man.
Yes.
Too much minor league days for me. Lead is 11. Biggest of the game for Cal Poly. Chaikin. Osron was coming out to guard him. He's been on him like glue. Here's Mays. Mays against Bondel. 9 to shoot. Bounce pass low post. Dinged it against Musa. Back out Mays. Sizes up the three and makes it. Hudson Mays.
He's showing out, man. That's 7 points now for Mays. 3 of 6 from the field.
Doesn't make a lot of threes either. He's just kind of a slasher. And we got a travel on Musa up high as he tried to drive and attack the hoop.
It wasn't long ago, about 3 weeks ago, Hudson Mays was the Big West Player of the Week. He averaged 21 a game, 9.5 boards, and 3 assists in 2 wins over UC Davis and UC Riverside. It was a phenomenal stretch.
Yeah, 8 straight games of double figures now for the freshman from Redondo Union High School. Shaken into the double team. Here's Mays. Mays tacks baseline. And Chaikin stepped out of bounds for a turnover. That's going to be the 7th turnover of the Tritons.
That's what's killing them right now. Another 1 of 7 from 3. Got 7 turnovers. Sorry, 2 of 8 from 3 now. 7 turnovers. And just, you know, they're having a difficult time with this, the pressure that Cal Poly puts on you, not just in the full court, but in the half-court penetration.
8-point advantage. Cal Poly again second of the Big West in scoring behind Cal State Fullerton, 82.5 points per game. The issue is they're last in points allowed at 85.5. They turn it over themselves. Prosper has it. Prosper drives. Prosper is going to the free throw line for 2.
You know, you talked earlier about how UC San Diego, they won this thing last year. But one returning player from that group. But in your opinion, Steve,
yes,
this is a program that has won a lot over the years, UC San Diego. And they're Division II into their transition to Division III. How much do you think the expectation of having success in March at the Big West Championships affects all the new players that have never been on the squad before?
I think it has a big effect. I mean, this is kind of that time of the year, right, where you either make your team, your university proud or not. So they feel it. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
And it's a group with not a lot of tournament experience. One thing I will say is earlier this season at Orlando, they went to the Terry's Chocolate and beat 3 very good teams. One of them being Temple, the other Towson State, who almost got into the tournament. So they're kind of built for a tournament like this in Henderson, where you got to win, 4 games in 4 days.
Then what does Cal Poly have to lose?
And they turn over the Mustangs one more time. No, that's true. You add that into the equation as well.
Coming as the 8th seed. Last year they were similar, and they surprised everybody by getting to the semifinals. What do they have to lose? This is a young group, Cal Poly, 1 senior. They're playing with a lot of confidence right now. Look at that shot, man. Right in the face, too.
Another 3. Cal Poly's like, we're sick and tired of watching this kid make 3s on us. That's his 11th made 3 in 2+ games against the Mustangs. Again, everyone's tried to face guard young Alex Chaikin, transfer from Lafayette College. 7-0 run now for the Tritons. They're within 4. And it's going to end right there. Good passing inside results in a Troy Plumtree bucket.
It was a good penetration, but then it was a backdoor cut from Plumtree from the corner to the block in anticipation for that pass.
Final minute of this first half. Here's Chaikin, wants another, and that one went in and out. That didn't look good from our angle going out of his hands. Alex Chaikin, a 41% three-point shooter that leads the Big West. And inside, Musa from Ward. He got his defender in the air and a chance at an and one.
That's a tough shot. Head directly underneath the net, and you find a way to score in front of the rim off the glass.
Such a talented young man who, by the way, has been to the free throw line now 200 times as Leo Beath gets called for his first.
Look at this, little pump fake in front of the rim off the glass. That takes some accuracy. And one.
First free throws for Musa. Just the 4th and maybe just the 4th here for Cal Poly this first half. And he completes the three-point play, does Musa. He's got 5. Leading scorer is Ward for Cal Poly with 7. Meantime, for the Tritons, Tom Beatty had a quick 8, not much since. Timeout, UC San Diego, their use it or lose it timeout.
So this is an opportunity for Coach Clint Allard to calm his troops down. You got 1 possession here. You're down 9 points. You don't want to give the ball back to Cal Poly before the end of the half. So he's reminding them that, look, last possession, let's get a high percentage shots. Look at this great play, though. From the corner, this is what Cal Poly does. In the corner, you think he's going to pass to the three-pointer, but great job by Plumtree to recognize it's something that's built into their offense. It's not like they're always going to drive baseline and kick to the opposite corner. They'll drive baseline, and the guy in the opposite corner will dive to the block. And a lot of times the defender has no idea. He's not seeing it. He's looking at the ball, and it's an easy layup. And that's exactly what happened for Plumtree.
25.3 to go. The Tritons have the basketball in the backcourt.
Should be the final possession.
Beatty with the shot clock off, playing for the final shot here of the Tritons. Here's Hudson Mays lifts up, missed it front iron, and it goes out of bounds. Horn sounds, and Cal Poly will have a 35-26 advantage at the half over UC San Diego. They have played some low-scoring games, these two, this year, and this one at the half is 35-26.
The Cal Poly team is doing a great job of taking care of the basketball, and you have UC San Diego who's struggling in that area, but also struggling to shoot the ball.
All right, let's check in with Chloe Clark here, who's with Mike DeGeorge, the Cal Poly head coach.
Coach, the team has been sharing the ball well. Can you describe the connectivity that's being displayed and how to keep up that momentum in the second half?
Yeah, it's been great to see that we're connected and we're playing with force, and we're just excited about having the opportunity to earn another 40 minutes.
Awesome. Appreciate it, Coach. Thank you. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, Chloe. Coming up on the Credit Union 1 halftime report, Chloe is going to sit down with the new director of athletics at Cal Poly, Carter Henderson. We'll also recap first half highlights, stats, and more. All that is coming your way on the Credit Union halftime report. Cal Poly ending the first half on a 5-0 run. They lead it by 9 at the break.
I'm here with Carter Henderson, new athletic director for Cal Poly. Now, I know you're new in your tenure, but what is the most pleasant surprise since starting your role?
Yeah, I think the most pleasant surprise is that there haven't been a lot of surprises, which is always what you want heading into a new opportunity. I think for me, the thing that stands out is the talent of the people we're around, and I think the alignment. It starts at the top. Obviously, our president, Jeff Armstrong, has a tremendous vision for what he wants to accomplish, and that extends, far beyond athletics. But I think the alignment of people and the caliber of people there, that's when you think you have a chance to do something special, when there's really great people who are aligned against a common vision. So that's been really good.
Definitely. Now, Cal Poly won the Dennis Farrell Commissioner Cup 2 years back, and now you guys are currently in first place. Talk to me about what that means to the program.
Yeah, it's funny. I think I was in my first month, we had won both cross-country championships. I think it was soccer's, and volleyball was on the horizon. The commissioner called me and said, hey, just so you know, this isn't usually how it goes. I thought this stuff is easy, but really it's a testament to my predecessor, Don Oberhelman, and he had left such a great foundation for success, and it's our job to build on that foundation. But that broad-based excellence is really what we want to stand for, and so to see so many different teams competing means a lot to our institution.
Definitely. And building upon that, I know Cal Poly is all about the learn by doing mantra. So can you just speak to what that means to the program and the university?
Yeah, that's our vision for success athletically. I think, the learn by doing ethos is more than a marketing slogan. It's real, and the institution is committed to it for many years. And so we want to be great stewards of that athletically, and we want to make sure that the sporting experience is integrated in that vision, not separate from it. So we spend a lot of time thinking about how can our student athletes learn by doing? How do we prepare them for what they're going to experience after they leave us? And our coaches take a lot of pride in it. We think it's a competitive differentiator for us.
Awesome. I love it. And lastly, of course, your last name's Henderson. You're in Henderson. Can you talk a little bit about what this experience has been like for you first time?
Well, and I think me doesn't really matter, but I can tell you what it means for our student athletes, which is really amazing. I was at dinner with them last night, and you can tell there's just an energy. It's such a first-class event. The commissioner and his staff have done such a great job of hosting us and really taking a lot of pride in this event. And it's meaningful for our students, so that's the most important part. You can tell there's a pep in their step and there's an energy.
Awesome. Well, we're happy to have you here. Thank you so much. And we will be back at the Credit Union 1 halftime report right after this.
West Championship halftime show. Steve Quist alongside Richie Schuler, and Cal Poly weathered a 7-0 run by UC San Diego late in that first half, came up with a 5-0 run of their own. They lead here at the break, Richie, and Cal Poly has led for all but 2.5 minutes so far in this men's opener.
They did a great job passing the ball. 14 field goals, 12 have been assisted. 8 of their 10 two-point shots have been assisted, and all 4 of their threes have come off a pass as well. So that's the key to them. If they keep passing like that, they get high percentage shots.
Well, let's go through the first half highlights. Why don't you take us through and see how we've arrived here at half with Cal Poly leading it by 9.
Well, a lot of off-ball movement for Cal Poly. Backdoor cuts have led to some layups, and of course we've had some three-point shots as of late by UC San Diego. But all in all, both these teams have really struggled from shooting the three from a percentage standpoint. But great job by Cal Poly getting in the paint, getting a lot of baskets around the rim, and that's been a difficult challenge for UC San Diego to stop overall.
Yeah, the Tritons trying to weather this for Cal Poly. They've made 4 of 17 threes. We told you they lead the conference making 11 threes a game, but they don't shoot a great percentage. Meantime, Tom Beatty was pretty hot in the beginning. He had 8 real quick points, the leading scorer in the first half for the Tritons, going to work in the paint. Points in the paint favor Cal Poly at 20-14, and one thing the Tritons need to do is clean up those turnovers. Talking about 7 turnovers, although the Mustangs committed 7 turnovers themselves in the first half. Take a break, and when we come back, we'll have the start of the second half. Credit Union 1 Big West Championship men's opener between the 5 and 8 seed from Henderson, Nevada. Moments ago, our Chloe Clark catching up with first-year Tritons head coach Clint Allard.
All right, Coach, we've got fast-paced energy here against Cal Poly. The Mustangs getting a lot more points in the paint. How do you adjust?
Yeah, I thought they were the more physical team, and that's somewhere where that should be an advantage for us, right? Being a little bigger and scoring in the paint. So we just challenged them to be a little more physical in the second half, score around the rim, put it in the basket, protect the paint on our end.
Alrighty, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you.
Back to you guys.
Thank you, Chloe. Thank you, Clint. Let's look at the first half stats before we begin this second half here. The winner advancing on to take on CSUN. Anything stand out, Richie Schuler?
Well, of course, it's the assists, right? Cal Poly has 12, UCSD has 6. Now, I think if UCSD San Diego was making some of these shots on offense, of course, their assists would be a little bit higher. They both have 7 turnovers. Three-point shooting is roughly the same from a percentage standpoint. It really just comes down to making shots for UC San Diego and keeping Cal Poly out of the paint, because Cal Poly's making a living down there.
I think the Tritons actually would be pretty happy with what they've done to control Hamad Musa. They've held the Big West first teamer, who led the conference in scoring at 20.4 points per game, to just 5 points. And in 2 previous meetings, he's had a 26-point game. He's had a 19-point game against the Tritons. You look at Hudson Mays, who has been dynamic, and he has 7 on 3 of 7 shooting. He's also drawn 4 fouls. Speaking of fouls, in foul trouble, Usman Vasilic with 3 and 2 for Caden Ward. Might the Tritons try and drive and get the Cal Poly into further foul trouble? We will see.
Off the ball foul, they're going to call that on Dengdit. And just when you thought UC San Diego would come in, try to make a statement right away, they get an off the ball foul.
I think they're going to look at this one too for potential upgrade to a flagrant foul. I want to check at it. Maybe the elbow made some connection
to the face.
With Ward, yeah.
Let's see.
We're reviewing the play for a possible flagrant 1 foul.
You're right.
I like
on
the microphone. I think that might be the first time that I've worked a game with the microphone.
Is that right?
Yeah. Even
Oh, it's so helpful.
With all the NBA and G League games I do and everything.
It's so
500 games, it might be the first time.
Well,
the microphone.
Yeah. Here's Dengdit, number
After
7
review,
on the left.
The common foul stands.
Common foul, okay. So he didn't get hit in the face. What they're trying to find, Dengdit did, that's kind of a tongue twister. Dengdit hit Ward in the face while he was trying to post up. They came to the conclusion by looking at the video, he did not. So therefore, not a flagrant foul, just a common foul. Now Cal Poly has a chance to extend their lead.
But 9 seconds into the second half, Bold Dengdit, your starting 5, has 3 personal fouls. He joins Usman Vasilic. And the passing lane there, Mays knocked it out of bounds.
I'm looking to see, are the Tritons going to be a little bit more aggressive in the sense that not allowing Cal Poly to get inside the arc with their penetration. That's how Cal Poly's offense is, it's all predicated on. If they get inside the paint, bad things happen for UC San Diego.
Musa, they switch defensively. Chaikin has him now. Musa finds the apex of his shot, missed it. Chaikin comes away with a rebound.
They're fortunate, because that's a high percentage look right there.
Chaikin with a little pass fake. Leo Beat was a 20-point scorer for the Tritons through mid-December and hasn't had one since. Here's Beatty over to Dengdit. 11 to shoot. Chaikin takes it, shoots it off of the screen and missed it. He made a couple in the first half. And they get it down the floor quickly to Vasilic, and he lost it out of bounds for what will be an 8th turnover. Both teams have 8 turnovers apiece here.
Well, we talked about ball control being the key for Cal Poly, pushing the tempo. Great job by UC San Diego to force the turnover. But every single time there's a rebound, Cal Poly's going to look to push the basketball. Defense has to be ready for that.
Mays over the top to Dengdit. That's a terrific screen and roll right there.
And a great pass. Look at that delivery by Hudson Mays right there in a silver platter, exactly where he wanted the ball.
Hudson Mays with a couple of assists. They've got 7 assists on 11 made field goals. And here's Austin Good. Good, bumped into Mays, there was no call. Got him down low, man. Here's a 3 on the way, no, and right there to get it was Mays. And the missed shot by Ward. Into the corner, Chaikin. Dengdit. Dengdit's a Portland transfer. And what a great pass. Chaikin to Mays. Man, he's had 2 fabulous assists, Alex Chaikin. Just his sophomore was at Lafayette College in the Patriot League. Last year on a 3 is good by Peter Bondel, Big West honorable mention. 3 solid games last year, 2 on this floor in Henderson. Getting into the semis, Tritons with Beatty on the other end. And Beatty's the first in double figures for the Tritons. He's got 10. Here's Musa sizing up an open three.
You can't relax when you play Cal Poly. Look, I mean, you score a basket. A lot of times you want to celebrate, give yourself a pat on the back. You have a second or two to get back on defense. It's instant. As soon as that ball goes up, score or not, Cal Poly's taking it to you on the other end.
Mays baseline left, and he draws contact again to get himself to the free throw line, where he's been very successful up until he got to the free throw line in the first half in this one, where he missed his only 2 shots. That foul was on Hamad Musa, and that's going to be his first.
Here at Mays right here, he's really good at this dribble pull-up. I mean, he just 2 dribble pull-up to the elbow, 2 dribble pull-up on the short corner.
And Mays has missed his first 3. Again, an 83% free throw shooter. As a team, Tritons are shooting just 69% from the free throw line, which is not a good number. Not too long ago, this kid was at the line making 9 of 9 on him. Right? You see him right there, he just goes, finally I get one to roll in. It's 9-10 now for Hudson Mays. 9th straight game scoring in double figures for the freshman from Redondo Union. Tom Beatty's 20th game in double digits. And that shot missed, and a rebound. Hudson Mays. Cal Poly is 1 of 4 to begin the second half from the floor. In the first half, they shot 48.3%. He's picked up now by Ward. Here's Mays, dribbles behind his back, goes to work, and with the left hand, scores it, and he's fouled. Got past Austin, good, the contact, chance at an and one.
He's so impressive. 6'5", combo guard freshman. We've seen the dribble pull-ups twice in this game for buckets, and now you see the right-hander take it with his left hand and finish down inside the paint. He's a 54% field goal shooting player as a freshman, a guy that averages 12 a game in Big West play, and he gets you 6.5 boards as well. What a complete player.
And only Big West honorable mention for the freshman. And he bricks another one, man, but an offensive rebound by Leo Beath. Kick out Shakin, he missed. Dengdet another offensive board. Shakin will drive and hand to Mays. Mays to a cutting Dengdet. Dengdet! And he missed it. Ball loose, and they're going to get another O board. And Beatty nearly turned it over, but he's not a guy that turns it over. Mays will get it just inside the free throw line. Maybe that's what they need, is a lot of pressure guys on him to make it from the free throw line in this game.
The pressure, they just take it right back to you.
Yep. Bondo got his own miss. Musa launches. No. Rebounded by Ali Azran and counted.
Not always that first effort. It's the second, third, and fourth efforts that get you buckets around the basket.
And the freshman from Egypt, who averages just under 4 points, just over 3 rebounds a game. He's going to go to the line here.
Look at right here. Here's one offensive rebound. Bondo gets his own. And then you get a second offensive rebound. And he's able to take it and get it right back up with the and one.
Second foul on Hudson Mays. Azran from Egypt, one of the 8 international players. So they have a French player who's out now, and Jess Esso Isis, out with a knee issue tonight. But if they advance, we're told he might be able to play tomorrow.
That'd be huge for him.
Yeah. Mays drives in. Mays over Musa. That talent right there.
This is what makes him so good. A lot of guys can make layups and threes. That's the 4th mid-range shot that I can remember this game by Mays. That's what makes him special. It's that in-between stuff. Nice block shot, but they call a foul.
Bold Dengdet on the Ward drive.
But that mid-range shot is a lost art. And I can't. There's going to be coaches right now hating on me, but I can't stand when coaches say the mid-range shot, we don't need to worry about it. Look at Hudson Mays. He has at least 8 points in this game in all conference play as a freshman, just from mid-range alone.
Third on Bol Dengdet. Cal Poly's 11-point lead has been shaved down to 2 here in Henderson.
Here in this stunning Sunshine City, where borders bump up against themselves and cultures collide in a euphoric dance of audacity, here is where you will find the courage to look past the precipice and see what is out there. To chase your curiosity forward and bring everyone else along for the ride. and all you had to do was see the possibilities. Think a little further and step into the known. UC San Diego.
In Hawaii, beauty is all around us. It inspires the way we move, breathe, feel, the way we dive, jump, play. When you see our home like we do, Hawaii stays with you.
The 2026 Big West Softball Championship returns to Anderson Family Field on the campus of Cal State Fullerton. Catch 4 great days of action May 6th through 9th as 6 teams battle for a conference title and an automatic bid to the NCAA Championship. For more information, go to bigwest.org/SBChamps. The 2026 Big West Softball Championship. Tickets are on sale now.
It's a 2-point game, 41-39. Steve Quiz alongside Richie Schuler, Chloe Clark roaming the sidelines. Look at Hudson Mays, 9 second-half points. We're only at the first media timeout. He's got 16 to lead all scores. It's his 9th consecutive game scoring in double figures for the Tritons.
And you want your best players to come alive in the right moments, right? This is conference tournament time. Nothing happens after this. Once you lose, you're done. And he is one player from UC San Diego's roster that has of 5 guys that score in double figures. It's quite incredible how balanced this team is for Clint Allard.
And he was coming off the bench, and he likely wouldn't be in the starting rotation. And let's check in with Chloe Clark.
During the timeout in Cal Poly's huddle, Peter Bondel was vocal in saying, "We can't mess up on transition. This is a championship game." Coach previously said the returners like Bondel have set the tone, saying they are tremendous leaders and role models for the new guys about how you must work and how committed you must be. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Chloe. Ward at the free throw line there extends it out to a 4-point game. What I was going to say about Mays was there was a freak injury to Emmanuel Prosper for a Triton team that as Prosper goes to work there and misses on the reverse, they didn't change out their starters like the last 2.5 years. Last year they only had guys miss 2 starts all of last year. So Prosper goes out with a concussion at the end of January and then hurts his lower leg on the final day of January at CSUN. He'd been a starter again the whole year, just the guy that does everything, Prosper, and then into the lineup goes Hudson Mays. And they've been 7-2 since. And speaking of Prosper, he just picked up his second. There's Big E, they call him, 8.5 points a game, 4 rebounds. For a while, he was leading the conference with almost 2 steals a game, and he's 3rd in the conference now there in steals and 3 assists. He's like one of those, ultimate NBA G League guys who just fills up the stat sheet. They got better once he went out.
Yeah.
Which is crazy to have happen. This is Austin Good to Bondel. Picked up by Vance, who had 5 steals the other day.
Good hands.
Right on cue. I had 5 steals on Saturday against Santa Barbara. Mays lobs it up to fellow freshman Vance, and he wasn't expecting it. They're not always on the floor offensively at the same time, those 2 freshmen. They do much of their heavy lifting and best work defensively for UC San Diego. 5 minutes into the second half, it's a 4-point lead for Cal Poly, who's led for 21 full minutes. Tritons have only led for 2:36, and that was early. They've been trying to dig themselves out of an 11-point hole since. Bondel from Slovenia over to Musa. Musa had 5 first-half points. Beatty guards him. Musa goes to work. And Musa through the traffic, no, rebounded by Prosper.
Pretty good D. UC San Diego's defense is coming along here.
Beatty almost locked arms with Musa. Did you see that on the drive?
No, I did not.
They almost went to two-step do-si-do like you and I did one time in Boise, right? They square close, double team comes. Prosper over to Beatty, sizes up the three and hits it. Tom Beatty, he's not a big scorer. He's got 13 for the Tritons. It's a two-man game between Mays and Beatty. They have 29 of the 42, and the Tritons are within 1.
There's been an extra emphasis on defense here. We're seeing more deflections. We're seeing UC San Diego be long and big. Look at this. I love when a player is trapped inside the paint and they look to the opposite wing or corner and find a wide open look. It's exactly what I like to see, wide open three-point shots.
There's just the 4th three-point bank for the Tritons of this game. They're first in the second half. They're within 1. Bondel met by Prosper. Crossover Ward. On a battle here with Mays, and he beats Mays at his own game right there.
Got that Ward. Yeah.
And Prosper, his defender Ward fell down. There was no call. Mays dumps it inside to Prosper.
He looks opposite.
Smaller lineup in there now for the Tritons. Binghamton's got the 3 fouls. They need to sit him. Mays got a look, created a shot, and then got his way to the free throw line. Something he does really well. And Musa is going to pick up the foul.
So anytime you get trapped on the floor, usually it's when you're going full court, you try to make sure there's a couple, like Prosper's trapped right here, right? 2 guys cut to the ball. 2 guys found themselves available, and one was Hudson. And I like that because you can't leave your teammate hanging to dry, right? So it's got to be at least 2 or 3 targets for the guy getting trapped to pass to.
Mays is likely going to get to the free throw line 10 times a game. It's one of the issues Clint Allard's team has had this year is that last year they had a knee with Tate Jones, who led the nation not only in free throw makes but trips to the line. And they just don't have that guy this year, although Mays is starting to step into that role. And that's something that Clint told us when we were here this morning at 9:30 at their shoot-around.
Wow. But now Cal Poly has that guy now. And Musa gets the line over 200 times this year.
Boy, Mays has missed 4 free throws, make it 5 free throws as they update the box score. He's got 17 and 5 with 2 assists, but he's left 5 out there. Boy, for an 83% free throw shooter, Hudson Mays is 2 of 7. Might be the desert air, the dryness, right? The dry heat and the wind. Beat the inbound to Mays. And that's a turnover and a foul. Compounding the turnover, the foul by Emmanuel Prosper. It's going to be the 3rd on Emmanuel Prosper. Prosper, by the way, is a Division II transfer from Missouri St. Louis, okay, in the middle of the heartland.
Yes.
What do you think their nickname is, Missouri St. Louis?
The Kangaroos.
The Tritons.
No.
Isn't that weird?
You think he chose
You know, Tritons were in the Mississippi River.
Is that right? You know, the country of Barbados has a very similar logo, where they're the Tridents.
Bondel. I did not know that. Offensive rebound there. That's good. Kick out Bondel. Little shot fake. Fires it up. Another miss. And Mosley had it taken away by Beef. Leo Beef, also a Division II transfer. You got 2 Division II transfers out there right now, 2 freshmen. And Beatty turns it over. He does not do that often. And Bondel on the run out. Got it over to Plumtree and a bucket.
Turnovers. They're just crushing UC San Diego. Now, they've taken much better care of the basketball here in the second half than they did in the first, but that was a critical one right there. Defense clearly became offense within about 5 seconds.
Yeah, 11 turnovers, leading to 5 points. We had a quick stoppage in play by the officials, but they've been able to figure out whatever was wrong there, and the Tritons will have it as you look at the turnovers on your screen. 4-point game. We've been tied a couple times. We've had 2 lead changes, but all that was earlier as the 8 seed Cal Poly leads the 5 seed here and has for over 23 minutes of game time. Beatty, and he had that turnover, leads the conference in assist to turnover ratio. And look at Mays. Great pass inside, and Mays is 19. Heck of an assist by Leo Beat. That's his first of the game. Ward kick out Bondel. Bondel to the corner to Good. Good back out Bondel. Beatty in his face. Mosley with the blow by. Just flings it up. No. Ward tried to get the offensive rebound. Mays touched it last. You get rewarded for all that hard work, burning those calories, and it's off of you.
I don't think anybody's ever said burning those calories on a broadcast I've worked before.
Really? Interesting.
Yeah.
See if I
You
can
burn
work it
calories
more
when you're
time.
the ball, but
You do that. Don't they have, as Mays goes out, they got the little Fitbit on these guys, right? Have you seen the trainers now?
the players have Fitbits on.
Yeah.
Where do they wear them?
I don't know. I don't think I want to know where they
wear
wear them.
them on
They
your
think they
wrist.
wear them in their shoes. If you got hockey guys skating around, you can tell how long they're on the ice. I'll take you to the trainer after. Here's Musa. Musa, no, and rebounded his own miss. How about that?
It's that length, 6'8", 200. And he forced that turnover. That ball pressure forced the turnover.
A dozen turnovers for the Tritons and a reach-in foul the backcourt by Tom Beattie. That's their first on Tom Beattie. Defending Big West champs, won here at Lee's Family Forum last year, are in a bit of a trouble. They have been trying to battle out of an 11-point hole. They've got it within 4 with 11:43 to go in regulation. Quarterfinals and then win again. The winner of this game gets 4-seed CSUN tomorrow at 6 p.m. The Tritons have been down as many as 11. They're within 4 now, and we told you they have never lost on this floor, winning 3 times here. Been a very productive team in Division I. 52 wins the last 2 seasons for the UC San Diego Tritons. And you see a 9-point lead at half, and the Tritons have been 4 of their last 5, and they've gotten it within 1 possession.
Well, here's how they're doing it. First half, Tritons of UC San Diego had 14 points in the paint. Cal Poly dominated in that area. Yeah, 14 points in the paint for UC San Diego first half. Already in the second half, they've had 12 points in the paint. We're only 8+ minutes in. So they're getting a lot of baskets in and around the basket. Neither team shooting the ball well, but both teams are scoring around the paint.
Yeah, and to clarify, Cal Poly has, or rather UC San Diego has gotten to within 1 possession. A foul on Cal Poly. That's on Aiden Burke, rather. That's his second.
Good drive by Bondel.
Yeah, he hooked his arm there.
Oh, definitely got fouled by Burke.
So Bondel to the free throw line. 17 fouls now for the Tritons. So Cal Poly's in the bonus. Meantime, the Mustangs have only fouled 3 times here. Bondel, front end of a 1-and-1, and he missed it and rebounded by Hudson Mays. That's his 6th. He's had 4 double-doubles this season as Mays. His first career double-double came New Year's Day at Mott Athletic Center against these Mustangs. Here's Chaikin. Baseline inside to dinged it, and a foul on Ali Azra.
I love how Dengdet always has his hands ready anytime one of his teammates has the ball, especially if they're driving. He's got his hands ready, fingertips are showing. You have to as a big man, especially if you have good passers on your team. Watch number 7, screen, rolls, got his hands ready. He doesn't know if his teammate's gonna throw it or not, but if he throws it, he's gonna catch it, not gonna hit the outside of his knuckles, and he's gonna be able to make a play to the basket.
Dingdet, the Portland transfer, 6'11", redshirt junior from Melbourne, Australia. Played at the NBA Global Academy before going to Portland. 11 points, 5 rebounds a game. Big West honorable mention.
He can get some double-doubles now. The last game of the calendar year and the first game of this year's calendar year, back-to-back double-doubles against those 2 opponents. So he is capable of getting some boards and scoring around the basket.
And he's capable of making threes. He hasn't taken one. Speaking of threes, Musa in and out and rebounded by Dengdet. He says, I'll take that, rips it away. Chaikin into the front court. Tritons can tie it up this time down the floor, so they're back within 1 possession. A 3 would give them a lead. They throw it inside, and Mosley was hanging all over Dengdet. And look at the size on Mosley's. Mosley's like a foot shorter.
Watch Dengdet, though. I mean, did you see how he was just in the middle of the paint? He had a smaller guy defending him, as you noticed, was moving his feet, had his elbows up, and he was trying to gain position with his backside in the middle of the paint. You know how hard it is to guard somebody in the middle of the paint? Look at Dengdet down inside. You can't see it. You'll see him, number 7, just working so hard, block to block, middle of the paint. So difficult to defend that.
Second on Mosley, and another foul. That's on Azran. That's going to be his 2nd here. That'll be team foul number 6 for Cal Poly. And Beatty inbounding over the top here to Dengdet.
He's got his fingerprints all over every possession.
Beef spins, Beef, and Beef knocks it down. That's his 2nd made field goal of the game.
A tie game here now?
And that is our first tie since it was 7-7. And Hudson Mays to give the Tritons their first lead in a while. He missed it, and rebound ripped away by Ward. Ward crossover. Bondel open for a 3, missed back iron. Ball loose, out of bounds, and it will be UC San Diego basketball.
Cal Poly's missing shots now within their offense like UC San Diego was. They're getting great looks in the first half, but just missing them here in the second half. I mean, I tell you, UC San Diego has been able to come back in this game because they've stymied the speed, the tempo that Cal Poly likes to play. If Cal Poly can get back to how they like to go up and down, up tempo, they're going to feel a little bit more comfortable. UC San Diego has made this a half-court game and done a great job of preventing the penetration Cal Poly usually gets.
Foul was on Ali Azran. That's their 7th. So Chaikin now to the line for a 1-and-1, and he gives the Tritons the lead. First lead since they were up 5-2 in the early going. 50-49 with 10:19 to go. Foul on Azran was his 3rd. Now they know who the Tritons are going after when 7's on the floor. Both made by Chaikin. And a substitution, Davis. All 3 fouls by Azran have been in the second half. To illustrate your point, Cal Poly partner is shooting 27% in the second half, while the Tritons are shooting 64%.
So you have to credit what Clint Allard's defense has been like here in the second half. Now, made some major adjustments, and it's paying off. So now look, substitution came in. Cal Poly has to go back to the half court, a slower style.
Yeah, Tritons are 2nd in the Big West in scoring defense at 70 points per game allowed. Only Irvine has better team scoring defense. 10 to shoot, halfway home in the second half. Winner goes on to take on 4th seed CSUN. Step back jumper, Ward for 3, no, and Davis the offensive rebound. They are 5 of 27 on threes, 1 of 10 on threes in the second half.
Remember, 12 of their 14 shots in the first half were assisted. Look at this. End the shot clock again here in the same possession.
Busa. Mays made him pass on that, and the missed shot there by Good. Well, that's been good defense.
Yes. No pun intended. Well, it wasn't.
Pun wasn't.
Yeah.
Here's Beatty. Beatty, a little crossover, goes to work to a cutting Mays. Mays off the window. 21 for Hudson Mays, his third 20-point game. How about that? He dropped 24 on Riverside, 21 on Bakersfield. Been in double digits now 19 times. Timeout on the floor. Triton run is 8-0 over the last 2:09, and Mike DeGeorge needs to stop the bleeding. 9:09 to go in regulation. Men's opener here in Henderson. Triton's the defending champs with a 4-point lead on Cal Poly. UC San Diego in the midst of an 8-0 run. They have completely erased an 11-point lead for Cal Poly. The Mustangs are up by 9 at the break. Right, as mentioned on that 8-0 scoring run, you see the turnovers almost equal. And the bench points, that's interesting there that Cal Poly leads that one 14-3, but Hudson Mays has been fantastic in his start. Hudson Mays is tied a career high with 8 made field goals, and he has his third game of 20 or more points, 21 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists for the freshman.
Well, we talked earlier in the game, the keys for UC San Diego, there was 4. Transition defense, they've done a better job of that in the second half. Winning the boards, they've done that in the second half. Keeping Cal Poly in front, they've done a much improved job of that in the second half in this run. And then also get their offense going and make some shots. Now, they haven't made a lot of threes, but they're making a lot of twos here in the second half, which has got them that 9-point deficit into a 4-point lead.
The only bench points for the Tritons scored by Emmanuel Prosper, averages almost 9 points per game. Vance and Burke have not scored yet off the bench. Clint Allard has shortened the rotation down to 8 guys. Inside of 9 minutes to go, the Tritons have only led for 4 minutes of this game. And that 3 missed back iron by Bondel. And you're shaking your head like that's not the shot you want.
Well, we've just seen numerous possessions where UC San Diego has made Cal Poly take a bad shot at the end of the shot clock. And, you know, all those threes that they made Cal Poly in the first half were assisted. Now you're seeing a lot of stare-down threes off the bounce. Those have not dropped for Cal Poly all night.
Cal Poly 1 of 11, 9% in the second half shooting the threes. Mays, and a rare miss by Hudson Mays. Bounce pass goes ahead, and Ward to the rack, a good take, but they're going to have a whistle. And Mays went down hard, and a foul is going to be called.
And we're going to have a lot of free throws now. Cal Poly's fouled so many times. UC San Diego's in the bonus.
Caden Ward now committing the foul, which will be the 8th team foul. Yeah, just grabbing. Yeah, look at that. He grabbed Hudson Mays.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, Hudson Mays is a physical player. He takes a lot of shots. So here's Mays on the other end. Now he's 2 of 7 at the free throw line. Richie, he's had 2 games of late where he's been to the line 9 or more times. He was 9 for 9 against Riverside. He was 9 of 10 against Bakersfield. And the result was his first 2 20-point games of his freshman season here at UC San Diego. So he'll at least be to the line 9 times in this one, and another miss. Well, that's 8, so he's 2 of 8. That's, again, he came in at 83%. This is quite the anomaly.
He fell off that line. A lot of people make that mistake. He went backwards on that second free throw.
Here's Musa and a foul, 4-point lead as they get Emmanuel Prosper here. That is the 4th on Emmanuel Prosper. One thing Emmanuel Prosper has done of late on that final road trip for the Tritons, where they went to Fullerton and Santa Barbara and split, he turned it over 10 times. He's such an aggressive player. And a lot of those too were on illegal screens, moving screens and such. This is Musa to the line, and Musa has 3 second-half points. They've held him to 8. Prosper has 3 fouls in the second half, 3 of his 4 in the second half. Again, not a lot of depth for the Tritons. They've only gone 8 deep. Inside of 8 minutes to go, we're in the break zone. Back to a 1-possession game. This time the Tritons have the lead. Hudson Mays with his 21 points on 9 of 15 shooting. So now a career-high 9 made field goals. Beath will drive baseline into the double team, make a triple team if you count the end line. Prosper doesn't make a lot of these, and he'll brick that one. Rebounded by Caden Ward. Gets it to Musa, who's like, I want to take this thing over, but getting into him defensively is Mays, and Beath on the backside with a foul, and that'll take us to the break. Free throws coming for Cal Poly when we come back. 7:27 to go. Mustangs have missed their last 7 shots. They need something to kickstart the offense. Might it be Musa at the free throw line when we return to Henderson? Here is our open comparison. We said the 2 best pro prospects in the Big West Conference. Here's what they have done in the second half. But of concern, Richie, Hudson Mays has picked up his 4th with 7:27 to play and a 2-point lead.
It's a big concern. He has more points in the second half than Musa has in the entire game. He has 9 points, Musa. And that's an area where Cal Poly is really, that's what they need. I mean, he's 21 points per game in Big West play. He's a big part of the reason of their success. He needs to convert at this foul line, and Cal Poly needs to stop the bleeding. He hasn't scored in nearly 4.5 minutes, the whole team.
Yep, 2 shots coming here from Musa. And what was the 9th team foul for the Tritons? So I would assume Mike DeGeorge just said attack number 0 on offense. Try and make him pick up that 5th foul. Prosper's got 4 fouls. One thing we're keeping our eye on too is Cal Poly has lost starter Guzman Vasilic. He left at the 17:22 mark. His team had a sizable lead, and he has not come back yet. We haven't heard. They have missed 6 3-point shots without him. Their last 6 threes. Here's Mays, 10 to shoot. Dingdet split 2 defenders. Mays with a bounce pass, low post. Dingdet nearly turned that over. 3 to shoot. Here's Beatty for 3, and it's no good. Ball loose and rebounded by Ward.
Push it if you're Cal Poly. Get back to the pace you want to play. Look at this. Here it is.
And Musa, and it got blocked at the rim. And Shaken on the run out, bounce pass to Mays, who lays it off the window. He's got 23. The lead is 55-53. 6.5 to go. Here's Musa. It's going to be 10 versus 0 the rest of the way out. Now Musa backing in on Beath. Over the top of Beath, and he scores it. Musa has 13 on 4 of 15 shooting. He's missed all 5 of his threes. A pretty good 3-point shooter. 38%. He makes almost 3 a game. They've held him without a 3 as the Tritons defense. Even at 55, and there is Guzman Vasilic, 6'4" sophomore from Uruguay, averaging 7.6 points per game. Again, he went out, his team was up 6 at the 17:22 mark. In this game, he had 6 points in 14 minutes, but he's got that towel around his neck, and I don't think he's coming back in. And again, they don't have Jess Soecis, the freshman from France, whose first game of the season wasn't until the 24th, but had very productive for 7 games since he came in. Shaken catch and shoot 3, no. And a foul, and they got Mays for his 5th. Oh, on the push off on Mosley. And that is going to be it for Hudson Mays. Oh, wow, for UC San Diego.
Let's see what he does. Look at number 0 on the right side of your screen. Yeah, he definitely did push off. It's a great call by Bill Vinovich. Pushed off on Jackson Mosley in the back just a little bit. And that's the danger when you have your player leading scorer with 4 fouls in. Good chance he's going to get his 5th. He's an aggressive player. So now, for him to continue his freshman year, his teammates have to pull this out.
Yep. And a fellow freshman will take his place on the floor, Jaden Vance, who's played well. Hudson Mays had 4 of his 5 fouls in the second half. He's usually a guy who commits fouls early in a game and then settles down. Mosley can't convert on the other end. So Mays out at the 5:56 mark. He becomes the Tritons' biggest cheerleader, and he leaves with the game tied at 55, and Mosley reestablishes the lead for Cal Poly. And again, the Triton bench with only 3 points so far and a turnover. On the run out, here's Good. Over to Davis for 3. He missed it. Vance wants the rebound. He tips it, and Beath has it.
I tell you, Mike DeGeorge's squad, the scheme is there. They get so many open looks from 3, and they can't convert on it.
23% in the second half from the field. 1 of 12, 8% on 3s.
They're 5 of 29.
0-7 since Vasilic left at the 17:22 mark. Meantime, the Tritons are shooting 55%. Must feel like, what do we got to do to take a lead here? But Cal Poly built a lot of equity in the first half by building as big as an 11-point lead.
We're down to the last 5 minutes. Cal Poly's 10th in the nation at making 3s. 11 a game. They only have 5 so far.
Foul was on Troy Plumtree. It's going to send Bold Dingdet to the free throw line for a 1-and-1. To tie it up at 5:17 to go. And he does. He's not a bad free throw shooter for a 6'11" big man. And he's also a guy that gets there quite a bit for the Tritons as well. He is a perfect 3 for 3 from the free throw line, as the Tritons are at 58% from the charity stripe. Again, a 69% shooting team for the season. Ingett sizes it up and hits the second. 4 for 4 is the big fella. He's only made 1 field goal. He's got 6 points, 4 rebounds. Kick to the corner, Mosley the 3, and down it goes. Back out in front go the Mustangs at 59-53. Their second make in the second half, and on the other end, Beatty with a bucket. Back to 59 all scores.
Giving Cal Poly a taste of their medicine. Shooting 4 or 5 seconds into the clock.
Beat him back in transition. Our 7th tie here in this opener. The winner gets 4-seed CSUN tomorrow at 6. Here's Musa over the double team off the window. He's so talented.
A little flex of the buys.
15 for Musa, 5 of 16 shooting. 61-59, Cal Poly, 4.5 to go. Here's Beath. Beath drives in, spins, his defender fell down. He missed the chippy, ball loose, he gets his own offensive rebound. Beatty the 3, no, and Musa the rebound.
Push it if you're Cal Poly. It's been a slower second half for them.
Musa now handling as he moves left. Mosley's open on that wing right. He just made a 3. Musa around the screen by Davis. 10 to shoot inside of 4 minutes to go. Musa. Step back 3 on the way. Hasn't made one today. Gonna miss, and Vance clears the rebound.
I just think they can get better offense than the same guy handling it for 25 seconds and taking the 3 in the wing.
Here's Chaikin, catch and shoot 3 is no good. That would have given the Tritons the lead. Here's Mosley down the floor. Mosley.
This is second possession now. Musa wants the ball. He wants to control it here.
Bondel and Ward coming in when play is dead for Mike DeGeorge's team. 10 to shoot. Musa drives on Chaikin. Help side defense comes. He puts it up. He missed front iron. Tritons with Mays, their leading scorer on the bench, having fouled out. Fouled out at the 5:56 mark. They've gone 3 full minutes here in a moment without him. Here's Vance. Vance, and a blocking foul is called on Mosley. That's going to be team foul number 10. Let's go to the break. 3 minutes to go in this Big West Men's Championship opener. Cal Poly, the 8th seed, with a 2-point lead over the 5-seed UC San Diego.
It's easy to play it safe, but that's not our story. Only the bold. It's our mission. A call for risk takers and change makers to shine. In the classroom, in the community, and in competition. Bold is our past, our future, our passion. Bold is the next level. The Big West, only the bold.
There are places on this planet where the sunset truly outdoes itself. Where music is as constant as the urge to be barefoot. Where you're welcomed with love, respect, and a soundtrack. Outrigger Resorts and Hotels. Come be here.
I just did my taxes in less than 30 minutes. Easy Tax Return really does make it that easy. But if the only guarantees in life are death and taxes... Get your biggest refund guaranteed at EasyTaxReturn.com.
I bet a lot of people are going to miss you, man.
The 2026 Credit Union One Big West Men's Basketball Championship was brought to you by Credit Union One, the official banking partner of the Big West. Discover better banking for all. Easy Tax Return, tax filing that hits nothing but net. City of Henderson, an all-star city. The Hawaiian Islands, official sponsor of the 2026 Big West Men's Volleyball Championship. And by SoldOut.com, the official ticket resale partner of the Big West. Steve Quist, Richie Schuler, Chloe Clark with you. Hudson Mays is fouled out for UC San Diego with 23. Cal Poly leads by 2. Exactly 3 minutes to go. Possession arrow belonging to the Mustangs. Both teams in the double bonus. And coming out of the break, Jaden Vance, the fabulous freshman who sunk a buzzer beater from just right of the lane Saturday night at UC Santa Barbara, on the line to try and tie this up for an 8th time. What a spot for a freshman, and the first one he just flings it in calmly.
Well, this is a young group, right? UC San Diego. One returning player from last year's 30-plus win season, Clint Allard.
Hayden Burke, the only rotation player back from last year's Big West Championship team. Advance, the freshman, calmly strokes them both on a night when nobody can make them for UC San Diego.
Cal Poly's struggling to shoot the ball, so they've got to do a better job of continuing to move the ball. See how they're playing a slower pace? We weren't seeing this in the first half. They need to move the ball, look to attack the way they were, see if they can get some free throws, because they are in the double bonus, or get some layups to the basket.
Our 8th tie, 5 to shoot. Ward, and Vance is going to get a steal.
Just got nothing out of that possession. Slow ball, forced it to the paint, turned the ball over.
Vance had a career-high 5 steals on Saturday night inside the Thunderdome and hit the buzzer beater. Shaken over the top to Dingett, lost the handle. 13 to shoot. Plenty of time. Where's your scoring going to come from here? It was B at the beginning of the year. Out to Dingett, taking his first 3-point attempt, bricked it back iron, and Beatty the foul, which will give up 2 shots on the other end. Goes over the back of Caden Ward. So for Cal Poly, maybe this is where the points come from the rest of the way out.
From the foul line. And Cal Poly is, one of the better free throw shooting teams in the nation at 78%. They're top 10 in the country. And so that's why I keep saying catch and drive downhill like we kept talking about in the first half, because they're going to get free throws. The top 10 in the nation in the free throw percentage. That's where they can really make a difference. Different than anybody in the league with their ability to knock down foul shots.
Sophomore guard from Stockton St. Mary's High School calmly made the first one. Caden Ward, 10th in scoring in the Big West at 14.6 a game. 9th in rebounds at 6.3. He makes both of them, and we've got another lead change. 63-61, 2 minutes to go. Beatty sizes up the 3 for the lead. Oh, so clutch, Tom Beatty.
Watch out, here comes Cal Poly.
The New Zealanders stinging a roster that has 8 international players on it. Cal Poly, 64-63. Musa with Beef guarding him. And Musa high over the top of Beef, and the tip goes in. He's got that 7-foot wingspan.
Yeah, and he went there with the second effort and just tipped it with his left hand in desperation, and it dropped.
17 for Musa, 12 in the second half. They've only made 9 of 32 shots. And they've got a 65-64 lead. That's in the second half. Vance, his defender, fell down, bounce pass to Dingett, off the window for the 3.
Outstanding patience by Dingett. Gets his defender in the air, waits for the right moment to rise, takes the hit, absorbs it, and makes the shot. That could be the difference at the end of this game. Watch the patience. Little pump fake in the air, gets Davis up there, and was able to, like, a little shot fake, just a little pump fake real quick. Gets him in the air, he's able to complete the 3-point play if he can knock down the free throw.
First on Davis, here's Dingett, a perfect 4 for 4 from the free throw line. And it's a 2-point lead for UC San Diego with 1:16 to go. 67-65. Timeout UC San Diego. They had 3 left, so Clint Allard uses one now to set up his defense. Defense again that is second in the Big West in scoring defense at 70 points per game, only behind Irvine. And right on that cusp of 70 right now is Cal Poly. 67-65.
And normally in a college basketball game, second half, teams will score more points than they did in the first half. Cal Poly had 35 in the first half. They're at 30 points here in the second half. The defense by the Tritons has been nothing short of fantastic in the second half. Great adjustments. They've made Cal Poly slow it down. Cal Poly's playing half-court offense, and they're forcing outside shots. They're forcing drives to the basket. UC San Diego has really taken completely Cal Poly out of their rhythm, and it's made their lives very difficult. Now, how about the big fella, though? You just talked about Dengden. He's a 2% free throw shooter. He's 5 of 5 tonight. Let the big fella eat down in there and get as many free throws as he needs to.
Hudson Mays is fouled out with 23. Mike DeGeorge has Ward, Vasilich, Osron, and Mosley with 3 fouls apiece. But really, with 1:13 to go, that's not a big deal. We haven't seen Vasilich since 2.5 minutes into this second half. We hope he's okay. Musa, he'll see double teams when he gets down into that low post. Bondel with 1 minute to go. Bondel, his team trailing by 2. Here's Davis. They've made 2 second-half threes, looking for a third, and a missed shot punched out of there by Beatty. And I think this is going to be Cal Poly's ball with a fresh 20-second shot clock on the baseline.
Cal Poly never got the ball inside the three-point arc. They got a very slow ball reversal. The ball went right back to the side of the floor where they're at, and Mike DeGeorge is going to burn a timeout.
Yep, and they'll have 1 remaining. So we'll reset. If we have a tie-up, it's Cal Poly's ball. Both teams will have 2 timeouts remaining, and both teams are in the double bonus. So going to line for 2 on a foul here. 48.7 to go. UC San Diego has battled back from down 11 in the first half. They trailed at 30-19 with 3:08 to go in the first half. Cal Poly's trying to win a game where they're shooting at 27% in the second half. Meantime, their opponent is shooting 52% and is just as vulnerable right now as the Mustangs.
Well, Cal Poly coming out of this timeout, they have 20 seconds. They're down 2. They do a good job when they're getting ball reversals. I think a quick hitter out of the timeout by Mike DeGeorge potentially get them something around the basket, but they get great driving opportunities after 2 or 3 ball reversals. Got to look to do that because they get fouled, they're going to get to the foul line, and they're 8th in the country in free throw percentage.
A 3 by Cal Poly would give them the lead here. Davis will inbound. Moose is in the corner being guarded by Leo Beef. The inbound goes to Bondel. 15 to shoot. Bondel backing in on Beatty. Back out to Good. Here's Bondel. Bondel rolling off the screen was Good. Bondel didn't find him until right now, and Good missed the chipping.
That was the set play. That was a set play drawn up, and he just missed it. They got a foul.
Yeah, they do, because the difference in the shot clock and the game clock is 2.4 seconds. Now with 27.4, that shot clock is off. And here's Tom Beatty going to the free throw line. Foul was on Bondel. That's his second.
Austin Good that missed that layup?
Yes.
I saw Musa go right up to him and pick his chin up and say, stay up.
How about this? Teams have been within 1 possession of each other since the 8:02 mark. What a well-played game. Beatty makes them both, stretching the lead out now to 69-65. Again, Hudson Mays fouled out. The shot clock is off. Here's Musa. He's got to go hard. Good take. It's Beef and a bucket.
Didn't need a 3. I'm glad Musa took it right to the basket. Now, is that the last timeout for UC for Cal Poly?
It should be, yes.
Okay, good. So Musa gets the ball, goes the length of the court. They're not going to foul him. Right, so they almost give him this layup. Okay, now you're down 2. So now if you're Cal Poly, you're going to do something you haven't done the entire game. You're going to set up a full court press. Cal Poly is going to come out here. They're down 2. They're going to do everything they can to get a deflection on the inbound pass. Maybe they'll trap once it's catch, and maybe they'll wait to foul just in case that their length from Cal Poly can get a deflection as the guy tries to get out of that trap. But likely they're probably going to foul pretty quickly early on, and you're going to be in the same position. You're either going to be down 2, 3, or 4, depending on if UC San Diego makes their free throws.
Yeah, the interesting thing is the Tritons are just shooting 69.6% from the line, but they do have 4 players who will likely be on the floor at the end who are perfect from the free throw line.
Okay.
Because you got Hudson Mays, right, who went 2 of 8 from the line. Only Mays and Prosper have a combined 7 misses. The rest have been perfect from the line, so we'll see here. 20.7 to go. Again, if we have a tie-up, Cal Poly takes possession.
Mike DeGeorge has to be telling his Mustang players, look, we have no timeouts left. You have to know what to do in every single situation. So he's giving them scenarios, 2-3 different scenarios. Look, if this happens, we do that. If that happens, we do this. Now look for this right here. Now possession arrow goes to Cal Poly. So maybe if they trap on an inbound pass, they look to tie it up because then they get the ball back without having to foul. Here we go. Do they trap?
Here's the inbound, goes to Beatty, over to Chaikin, to Beath.
You got to foul now. You got to foul. Too much time.
Yep. And a foul on Davis, slapping at Beath, and now Beath's going to go to the line. He's the only guy, along with Aiden Burke, who has not been to the free throw line yet here in this game.
And he makes about 75% of it.
Yep.
So.
He's a Big West honorable mention. Kid that had 5 20-point games through mid-December. He's had none since, and only 1 double-digit scoring game in the month of February. And he makes that one to stretch it out to a 70-67 lead. This to make it a 2-possession game. And you certainly won't foul, and he missed it.
You don't need a 3.
Yep, for the Mustangs.
You don't have to have a 3 if you're Cal Poly, but you got to get there quick.
Yep, here's Musa. Musa stops and pops. He got it with 6.9 to go. 1-point game. Triton's inbound to Beatty. Beatty takes it away. Beatty ahead to Dinged it, and Dinged it will slam it home with 2.6 to go. He probably should have run the clock out. There was the 3 to try and tie it, and UC San Diego survives. Their top player fouls out with 5:56 to go in the game tied. They were down 11, and the Tritons advance. And you know what? I think of LeVar Ball. Never lost for UC San Diego on this floor. That puts him a perfect 4-0, and with the women a perfect 8-0. And the Tritons are moving on. They get the 4-seed CSUN tomorrow at 6. The problem has been CSUN has smacked around the Tritons on both occasions so far in the regular season.
But what a performance by UC San Diego. I mean, Cal Poly came out 9-point halftime lead. They did a great job in the second half, the Tritons of UC San Diego, of stymieing the fast pace by Cal Poly, making them play a half-court game they weren't comfortable in, and Cal Poly got away from their game plan. UC San Diego converted on the offensive end, and boom, they pulled this thing out, outscoring Cal Poly by 12 points here in the second half.
What a team effort with Hudson Mays fouling out with 5:56 to go. Cal Poly's going to end the season at 14-19. And the Tritons get to move it over and will play CSUN. And they get another opportunity tomorrow against the CSUN team that has handed them 2 of their 10 losses. Our player of the game, Hudson Mays. And he's just been fantastic.
Did a great job around the basket, little cut inside the paint with contact. He had a couple of shots where he finished with the left hand. Then you see some opportunities there where he's getting a lot of mid-range shots. We saw that. You know, Hudson Mays just doing it all around the basket, scored at all 3 levels, 3-point shot, the layups to the basket, the mid-range jumpers. It was a quite impressive performance by the freshman, and absolutely a professional prospect, as we've talked about on a number of occasions tonight.
We're going to get Tom Beatty, I believe, or is Tom Beatty going to radio? I think Tom Beatty is going to radio, or is he coming with us? Let's see.
Well, either way, we're going to have some fun with somebody, aren't we?
Yeah. Bull Dingnit's going to go to UC San Diego radio. We're going to get Tom Beatty, and Hudson Mays. Maybe Hudson Mays is big time in us. You don't want to come and talk to us.
How would they not want to talk to the great Steve Quiz?
Tom Beatty will talk to us.
Yeah.
And Tom, congratulations on this one. You guys advance. I don't know if you know this because you weren't here last year. You were in Hawaii. This program has never lost on this floor.
I mean, yeah, it's great. I mean, that's why I come to a place like this when I hit the transfer portal, because they're born winners. I played them 2 years in a row, and they've won. I've beat them 1 time in my career. So it was good to come here and get another dub. I think we love it in Vegas, so yeah.
Here's what's phenomenal. You guys were down 9 points at the half. Second half they come out. Cal Poly's not running like they were. They're not reversing the ball the way they were. What did you guys do half court defensively and in the full court transition to stop what they did so well in the first half?
I think just like crash the boards even harder, because we know they're one of the fastest teams in the country and they're really good at pushing the pace. So if we can control the pace by getting a touch on the offensive rebound, make them jump backwards to get an offensive rebound, we'll be in a good place, and let us get set back on the defense.
I like it.
You guys might get better as a team because you have to practice against Hudson Mays 3 times a week. How fun has he been to watch and just to see his development? Now, you guys are 8-2 now when he starts, and he took over here in the first half as we look at what you did in this game.
I mean, I love it. Like, Hudson's such a good kid. Like, I'm proud of everything he's done. He's just been working. I feel like we got so many dudes that just want to get better, want to provide for us, and they just come in every day and work, and Huddy's a great example. We just took the opportunity with both hands, and look at him now.
You're a guy who said you always like to win 4 50-50 balls. So you don't really care about the fact that you scored 20 on 8 of 12 shooting. A week ago at Fullerton, I don't think you scored a point, but you had 9 assists. So you're a guy who likes to do the little things, right? So that 20 points to you is not a big deal.
I just play what's in front of me. Every time I step on the court, I'm just trying to do anything to make us win. And today, we needed some buckets, so I feel like I was open, made the shots, been working on it, so yeah, it's good.
All right, we appreciate it. Good
Thank
luck against CSUN tomorrow.
Get it done.
As they take on the 4 seed, and the Tritons are 0-2 this season against CSUN. CSUN has, the Tritons have lost only 10 games all season long, and most of them have been one-possession games, but CSUN has had their number both times this year. So now you see the advancing of the brackets, the quarterfinals. Tritons will be in action in 22 hours against CSUN, trying to get their first win over the Matadors. And then coming up next will be Davis against Santa Barbara. Davis has won both games of the season series, and the winner will get Fullerton in the quarterfinals at 8:30 tomorrow night. Final thought.
Let's have some fun with it, my man.
All right. Hey, it's been our pleasure serving you here at the Credit Union 1 Big West Basketball Championships. Tritons rally from down 11 in the first half to win by 3. Hudson Mays with 23. For our terrific crew, my broadcasting partner, Richie Schuler, and Chloe Clark working the sidelines. My name is Steve Quist. We'll talk to you in about 30 minutes when Davis and Santa Barbara next take the floor. Good night, everybody, from Lee's Family Forum here in Henderson, Nevada.